Here we're being asked for the number of solutions in a quadratic situation. We know this is a quadratic because it's in the format of ax squared plus bx plus c. A quadratic generally is any form of y equals x squared, and quadratics always look like parabolas when you graph them. So here we're being asked how many solutions does this have? And the number of solutions is going to be related to the discriminant. The number of solutions for a quadratic here we have a quadratic situation because it's a variation of ax squared plus bx plus c. And we're being asked how many solutions does it have? And the number of solutions for a quadratic is a reference to the idea of the discriminant. Now, the discriminant is a variation on the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula, if you don't have it memorized, you need to. It's the idea that if you can't factor a quadratic, you plug it into this formula, negative b plus and minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And there are three ways this could work out depending on the value of the discriminant. The discriminant being the part of the quadratic formula that's under the radical. So I'm going to make up numbers just to kind of show you right now. Let's say we have different values of a, b, and c, and it works out like this. 2 plus and minus root 4 over 3, 2 plus and minus root 0 over 3, 2 plus and minus root negative 4 over 3. And what we're doing is we're giving you a positive discriminant, 4, a 0 discriminant, and a negative discriminant, negative 4. So what you're seeing in the positive discriminant, if the discriminant is positive, in other words, is greater than 0, here, if I were actually solving this, I would add 2 and take away 2, and I would get my two answers. The answers would be 4 over 3 and 0. So when the discriminant is positive, you have two solutions, two answers. Here, when the discriminant is 0, we wouldn't really be adding or taking away anything because we just have 0 there. So the answer would be 2/3. So when the discriminant is 0, you have one answer. And in this last scenario here, when the discriminant is negative, well, in the world of math, you're not allowed to have a negative under a radical. So here we have the proverbial no solutions. And so just to review real quick, the number of solutions for a quadratic is a reference to the idea of the discriminant. And all you have to do is take the part that's under the radical, which is the b squared minus 4ac part of it, and find out if it's positive, negative, or 0. So here, if we're going to do b squared minus 4ac, well, your a is 4, your b is 3, your c is 7. So b squared minus 4ac would be 3 squared minus 4 times 7. And so now 3 squared is 9. 4 times 4 times 7, that's 16 times 7, 112. So we have 9 minus 112. And we don't even need to do the math on that. We know that it's a negative number, which means that when the discriminant is negative, we have no solutions. So the answer here is D. There are 0 solutions.